Hi, my name is Gerard McCutcheon from Teagasc Oak Park in Carlow, and I would like to talk today about energy use on Irish pig farms. The average sized pig farm in Ireland is about 500 sows, and each year each pig farmer would spend, the average pig farmer would spend €40,000 on energy costs. Now that is for heating, or lighting, ventilation and other energy usage that may be required on the farm. Mainly required for the heating, and in a lot of cases people will use kerosene burners with boilers. Some have turned more recently. Some have turned to using gas and LPG, Calor gas and LPG gas for use on their farms. The gas and heating element is a huge component of the energy used on a farm, and I would say that it works out at about 45% of the overall usage. Now, a number of surveys have been carried out recently on, there have been energy audits carried out on pig farms, and they have shown that the range of energy usage on farms is quite significant. The figures, if we talk about kilowatt hours, we know that when we read our electricity bills, we see kilowatt hours as the unit of payment on the electricity bills. But if we convert litres of gas or litres of kerosene into kilowatt hours and work out the figures, the energy usage per pig produced is averaging out at 28 kilowatt hours per pig produced. But the range that's there is quite significant. It's ranging from 18 kilowatt hours per pig up to 45 kilowatt hours. And the fear one would have is that there is energy wastage occurring on farms. And if we go back to our 500 sow pig farm, the average sized farm in the country, the wastage could be up at a cost of €20,000 for that farm in the year. So it's quite a significant area to look at. While it may be one of the smaller costs, it's a significant cost, and we all know that energy costs are rising. A number of farms have put in new systems, new technologies, which are based on air-to-heat pumps. And the ideal, let's say, on a pig farm is we're generally heating the farrowing rooms and the first stage weaner rooms, usually looking for a temperature of 30 degrees approximately to 35 on the heat pads. But the air-to-heat pumps work very well because they will take heat from the air and condense it up to about 55 degrees. So it's a very sensible way of using heat pumps because the heat required in the houses is below those temperatures. A number of farms that have tried them have shown that the payback, and I've given an example in my presentation for a 750 sow unit, that the saving per day on energy costs, because they're no longer using kerosene and they're only using the electricity usage has increased to power the pumps, but the energy usage has decreased quite significantly to the tune of about €53 per day, which is giving a payback on the heat pumps, the installation of the heat pumps, of about 1.6 years, just over 1.5 years. They are, let's say, there's a high capital cost required for that, but the payback is very, very quick. The other type of system that's out there in heating is the hybrid system, which is a combination of boilers linked in with the air-to-heat pumps, so that if the temperatures outside drop too quickly, or too low rather, the boilers will kick in, so you start burning your boilers. Now, what we've seen on one farm with 1,000 sows is they have replaced their previous boiler, which was a kerosene boiler, with LPG, with 3 boilers that are working, let's say, much more efficiently in tandem. And essentially what happens there is that the first boiler kicks in, and if the second boiler is required, it kicks in, and if the third boiler then is required, it will kick in. But even at this stage, we're seeing a reduction in the energy usage with that system, without allowing for the heat pumps to kick in as well. based on the boilers alone, we're seeing a reduction of 4.5 kilowatt hours per pig produced, just solely with the more efficient boiler system. So we'll wait anxiously to see what happens with the air-to-heat pumps now. If a farmer is considering examining his heat costs, particularly seen as we say that they're the major cost for energy usage on the farms, they should look at air-to-heat pumps, or they should also look at the hybrid system that's there. Now, the hybrid system is cheaper to install, the payback may be a little bit longer, and the savings may be smaller. But they need to look at it with a view towards seeing what savings they will be able to achieve in the kilowatt hours produced per pig.